Hi, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Well, today I want to talk about another powerful lifestyle drug. I use this word drug because it's super powerful, but it's a beautiful, safe drug because it comes without any side effects at all. Okay, so I'm going to explain today how you can use this drug in your life right now, but I'm also going to connect it with how it works in your body. I want you to understand. I take time in my videos to explain because there are two kinds of people. They hear something, they don't understand it, but they do it. And after a while, they stop doing it because it doesn't make sense to them. And then there are people who understand why they should do something. So by understanding why they should do something and how it's working in the human body, they all obviously get self-motivated and they continue to do it. So for example, if I have a group of children and I tell them, don't drink Coke, it's not good for you. Guess what? These kids are going to start drinking Coke at some point or the other. But I take some time to explain it to them, what Coke's doing inside your body or what an aerated drink is doing inside of your body. They will understand it. They may still drink it, but they will do it with awareness, and eventually they may just break that bad habit. That's why we take time. Time is everything in this world. So people who don't have patience, now is the time to get off the video because I am going to take some time today. Okay, number one, I spoke about immunity. I spoke about reducing stress, fear, and anxiety. I spoke about even losing weight, and I spoke about improving sleep. This one lifestyle change will work everything for you as long as you practice it and understand it, okay? What is sound? All of us like listening to music. Some of us like different kinds of music, sad music, happy music, fast music, slow music, classical, all of that stuff. Have you ever really sat back to realize why do people have different tastes of music? Some kind of songs can make you happy and can annoy someone else. Some songs that make you sad make other people more reflective. It's different for everyone. Have you ever come across the term of someone says, hey, you're vibrating at a very low frequency, or I like your vibration, I like your frequency. About 10-15 years ago when someone said that to me, I thought they were on drugs and I thought it was all airy-fairy stuff, that humans vibrate, there's frequency and all of that stuff. But I take that all back today because that is the fundamental of the human body. Every one of your trillion cells are vibrating at a particular frequency. It's either the wrong frequency or it's the correct frequency. When you're sick, the frequency of your cells, the vibration of your cells are different. When you're healthy, the vibration and frequency of your cells are different. So all this comes from sound. What is sound? Sound, what you hear, music, someone shouting, whatever it is, nature, the birds chirping, sound is a vibration or a frequency that we can hear. Now there are several animals that can hear frequencies that human beings cannot hear. Certain animals. So frequency is everything. Now frequency is how frequent something happens. So like let's say you've heard of a track which is a 60 BPM, 60 beats per minute, or a 100 BPM track, which would be a really fast beat. So that's 60 beats in a minute. That is the frequency. How frequently one beat happens per second or per minute. So if I have 50 beats in a minute, that's one beat per second in 50 seconds. So that is frequency. So we have frequency. How do you calculate frequency? With hertz. If you go back to chemistry and physics, hertz. We measure frequency with hertz, the hertz of a song. 250 hertz, 280 hertz, 300 hertz. Guess what? The brain's frequency, yes, you have a frequency, is also calculated in hertz, proving number one that the brain has a frequency. So these vibrations create rhythm. So if sound only vibrated for a while, you would only hear sound. But then sound, you add a beat, you add a mid, a high, a low, you create rhythm and tone. And that's what a song is. So if you have a hip hop beat, okay, you have a certain rhythm. You dance hip hop style. Okay, if you're dancing on pop, it's different. You're dancing on trance, it's different. Frequency, vibration, and rhythm. Now these cells, when they vibrate, okay, they assume a certain rhythm. Let me give you an example of the rhythms and the vibrations that we already have in our body. Your heartbeat is a rhythm. It's a frequency. 60 heartbeats per minute, okay, is a frequency, and it beats at a rhythm. When the rhythm of the heart is too fast, there's too much of stress happening, there's possible heart disease, maybe a blockage, maybe the onset of a stroke. But when your heart is relaxed and doing its job the way it's meant to do, the rhythm is normal. It's a normal rhythm. That's why parts of cardiovascular disease is also categorized into rhythms of your heart. You have 3 different rhythms of the heart that can place you in a high risk zone, medium risk zone, and a low risk zone. There's rhythm in your heart. There's rhythm in your breath. Every contraction, every relaxation, inhale, exhale, is a rhythm. When you're tensed, shallow breathing, the rhythm is out of control. So because your rhythm is out of control, your cells will vibrate at a different frequency, actually stimulating cortisol because the frequency is one of stress. So when there's stress in the body, it triggers off cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone that prepares you for stress. Now, if I'm slowing down my rhythm towards bedtime, okay, my rhythm's gonna change, my breathing's gonna change, which means my frequency of my cells are also gonna change. They are gonna vibrate in a space to put me to sleep. I'm relaxed, so let me eat my food, let me digest my food. Your pulse is a rhythm, again, and a vibration. You have a digestive rhythm as well. Okay, your digestive rhythm is higher at certain parts in the day, lower at certain parts in the day as well. It has a rhythm. You have your circadian rhythm that you all know about. Eat, sleep cycles, wake cycles, sun, moon, seasons, all of that has an impact on your metabolism. People in cold countries, when they don't see the sun, metabolism changes, they have the blues, they don't feel good. Impact of rhythm on the human body. External rhythm in the environment on the internal rhythm of your body. Women, menstrual cycles is also a rhythm. Okay, you go through it not every single day. At a particular point in the month, there's a rhythm. There's a certain frequency at which your cells will vibrate while you're going through that rhythm. And then we have brain waves. Your brain waves are all controlled by rhythm. So right now, if I speak to you in a very, very unkind tone, okay, you hear it. Okay, your frequency of your brain will tune in to my angry tone, helping you know that he's angry, he's mean, he's rude, he's saying something in a very, very wrong way of speaking to me and I don't like it. What changed your frequency? You're having a great day right now, you're listening to me, okay? You've tuned in at a specific frequency where we're having this little talk or doing this little video, and now I explode and I start shouting at you and I start bringing you down. You're going to be tuned out of your previous brain frequency and now tuned into my brain frequency. So when you're tuned into my brain frequency, you know I'm angry. Now it can make you angry, it can make you scared, it can make you anything. Your entire cells, like you were sitting calmly listening to Luke and now you're like, how dare he says that. Frequency changed, the rhythm and frequency of every single cell in your body vibrated according to your brain wave. Every cell has a rhythm. It is either the right rhythm or it is the wrong rhythm. If I have cancer or disease, I need the rhythm of my cells to be effective to treat my disease. If I'm vibrating at a very low frequency and a rhythm and I'm sick, it can actually make me sicker or I can possibly never recover. Which is why we tell patients, if you've given up on your disease, that's the way it's going to be, sadly. Because that's the frequency and vibration and rhythm that you have created in every cell. A cell which is positive with a high immune system has a very different frequency and rhythm from a cell that is weak. They're different. So I have the ability to change the rhythm and the frequency, which we'll come to. That is the lifestyle change I'm talking to. I just need you to make you understand rhythm and frequency. How many of you come across a person, you don't know the person's name, never seen the person, but the moment that person's in front of you, you feel something's not right. You don't like this person. You have no reason to judge the person because you don't know the person. But there's something that tells you, I don't want to be in the room with this person. What is that? Vibration. You and that person are vibrating at very different frequencies. When there's different frequencies, it's usually called noise. So if I play out of rhythm, can you imagine a song out of rhythm? A band playing out of rhythm with different frequencies and out of rhythm? It's noise. It's annoying. So when your vibrations don't match the vibrations of someone else, we have conflict. We have all the emotions that come with conflict. Resentment, hatred, guilt, inability to forgive, all of these things, okay? When someone comes up to you and you may be really, really angry and they tell you, I understand how you're feeling. Instead of trying to fix your problems and trying to saying you're stupid, you take too much of stress, you say, I truly understand how you feel. You're literally, that person is adjusting frequencies and vibrations with you, and all of a sudden, you're a little calmer because you're vibrating at the same frequency. So you see the importance of this. A baby, all parents will notice, based on the baby's cry, you know whether the baby is hungry, whether the baby's bored, whether the baby's throwing a tantrum or whatever. Why? Frequencies. These frequencies are stored in your subconscious. So now imagine all the frequencies that you stored over a lifetime from the time you were small. Whether you had issues with your parents, your siblings, your teachers, sad cases of child abuse, rape as a child, all of that stuff. These are frequencies which are in your subconscious mind. And when you get reminded of that, your entire trillion cells vibrate with that frequency, which is why I can have a sad childhood thought that can make me feel miserable right now in a second, because I changed my frequency from a moment of happiness to an event which is stored in my subconscious mind at a very low frequency. So coming back to that, we are out of sync. When we are out of sync with our rhythms, when I'm out of sync with my breathing, I have anxiety and fear. When I'm out of sync with my heart rate, I have cortisol, inflammation, possible heart attack, all of that stuff, uneasiness, high blood pressure. When I'm out of sync with my digestive rhythm, indigestion, gas, flatulence, acidity. When a woman is out of rhythm with her menstrual cycle, weight gain, facial hair, mood swings, crying, happy, all of that stuff. We need to be in sync with rhythm. Okay, in sync with it. We need to rebalance the rhythms immediately. There's no drug, there is no pill, there is no allopathic medication, there is no food that can do that for you. What I'm talking about, what can do this for you, is sound. Sound, music. I'm talking about music. I'll come back to that again, okay? So for example, in yoga and pranayama, that's a beautiful, beautiful example. Yoga and breathing teaches us to hold the rhythm of peace in us. Why do we feel so peaceful after yoga and pranayama? It teaches us to hold a rhythm of peace. And technically, if we practice yoga and what we learn from yoga and pranayama when we're stressed out, we can even hold that peace during times of stress. Okay? Because we've learned to match our rhythm. So I always tell people, you may be in a room right now with very stressful people in it, but you have stress. But if you are even with your breathing, slow breathing, okay, you are holding a space of peace within you, okay, because your rhythm is not out of sync. Now, if I adjust my frequency to the shouting people, simple example is there are some stupid news channels or whatever it is. I don't know what these news channels are, but while I'm doing my evening walk, my dad's watching some of them, and I can only hear people shouting all the time. It's like a debate of 4 or 5 people. They're screaming and shouting. There is no conversation. It's noise. There's no rhythm. And I'm like, I just want to walk further and further away so I don't hear that anymore, because it's moving me out of sync. It's moving me out of rhythm. So you see, instead of me adjusting to the rhythm of people who are angry, I maintain my space by maintaining my rhythm by not sinking in. By not sinking in. If you want a Bluetooth speaker to work, your phone has to sync with a speaker in order to create sound. If it doesn't sync, it doesn't work. As simple as that. So coming back to rhythm, your entire body is rhythm. Believe that right now. If you want to make your life and health better, the fundamental thing to understand, you want to make your relationships better, you want to understand why some people don't like you, why you don't like some people, why some people don't get on. You may have started off your marriage in a great way, starts fading later. Frequencies have changed. Vibrations have changed. When you were in your honeymoon dating phase or whatever it is, you were vibrating at a different frequency. The sex was good. There was this whole thing of, curiosity, newness, and all of that stuff. Over time, the vibrations change. One partner continues vibrating at a level, another partner falls or goes higher. You're out of sync. There comes conflict, fight, resentment, and all of that stuff. You need to resync. You need to resync, because this can happen to anyone. You don't have to be in a bad relationship. You can even be in a good relationship, but feel out of sync because the rhythm isn't matching anymore. So, coming back to music. What is music? Music is a collection of vibrations, frequencies in a way that we perceive is good for us. So some people like happy music because the frequency and the rhythm vibrates with their cells, making you feel happy. How do you dance? Can I just tell you, go there and start dancing. You may just dance, make movements because that's what your conscious mind tells you to do. But if I put in rhythm, you will start dancing with rhythm. It's as simple as that. A lot of people think they need alcohol and drugs to dance. No, it's a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake, okay? You dance because of frequencies. So if I put on hip hop, your rhythm's gonna change. You're gonna dance differently. You're not gonna dance like you dance on psychedelic trance. On hip hop, your style is gonna change, your rhythm is gonna change. Why? trillions of cells are tuning in with different frequencies. And that is what makes music such a powerful drug for your healing. And I'm going to link it with science, okay? Every time you're happy, think about it. Why do you feel different in your body? A happy thought has a different frequency from a sad thought. So when I'm happy, that frequency is tuning in with trillions of cells, and I feel so happy. I don't feel happy like this. I don't feel happy like this. I feel happy with my body open. But when I'm sad, I'll be hunched over because a sad thought is a different frequency, different vibration. My cells constrict. When I'm happy, my cells open up. They take in more oxygen. I have more energy. It's like that. So music can change this because of frequency. So some people, for example, when you're sad, let's say you're going through a breakup right now, and you decide to listen to all the sad love songs that includes lyrics of breakups, okay? You may feel good for a while because someone else in that song is unconsciously sharing your pain. But you go on doing that, you go on vibrating in that frequency of sadness. And the music is fueling it further. But some people break up and they listen to happy songs, and you can move from sadness to happiness. You still go through pain. Pain is a side effect that everyone has to go through. We don't have a choice. You can't push pain aside. Go through it. But you can change your thoughts, and you can change your frequency, and you can come out of it way faster. So when we look at patients of depression, and when I talk about depression, a lot of people think we're taking away from them. I'm not. Depression patients, okay, sadly are vibrating at a very low frequency, and they don't know how to change that frequency, so they stay where they are. Which is why it's so important for them to communicate, talk, go out, nature, connect, do something, to move and change that frequency. Because no drug can change the frequency. So your drug is only going to get more and more addictive for you. But somehow we have to change that frequency. So when it comes to human psychology and all of that stuff, there are flaws in everything. No one has it perfect. But I usually don't like a depressed patient talking about their problems over and over again, because they're going on vibrating in that over and over again. Of course, you need to tell your counselor the first time what all happened. But if your counselor keeps you talking about the same stuff, you're never going to come out of it. You're going to be vibrating at that frequency. Talk about it, but now you have to start moving forward. You got to start changing your frequency and your vibration so you have different results. Same protocol, same results. Different protocol, different results. As simple as that. So you have jazz, classical, hip hop, pop, all these kinds of music. And each of us like different musics because we vibrate at those frequencies. So when you understand this, you can use music as a drug to sleep better. What does rhythm and vibration also do? Let me talk about this. We have a hormone called DHEA. Okay, DHEA is a hormone that boosts your immunity and it controls cortisol. So if I have less DHEA, okay, less DHEA means I have a low immunity and my cortisol levels are always higher if I don't have sufficient DHEA. So a lot of women going through hormonal problems, and men included, have low DHEA and they have hormonal issues. Then they have reproductive issues, ovarian, testicular, all of these issues, including infertility and so much more. DHEA is so important for you, and DHEA can increase with music that you enjoy. Certain frequencies, certain beats, certain frequencies that make you feel good can increase your DHEA, scientifically proven. DHEA is one of them. Cortisol, we all know cortisol is needed to help us in a stressful situation, but when it stays up, it creates inflammation, disease, weight gain, everything else. Music can lower cortisol. So I can increase DHEA and I can lower cortisol, and when it comes to your sleep, music can increase the production of melatonin as well, because it increases serotonin, which is required for the production of melatonin, so it adjusts. That's why melatonin and the circadian rhythm. As it gets dark, we produce more melatonin. It's a rhythm, okay? As I play more peaceful music towards bedtime, I can also adjust my rhythm to produce more melatonin in my pineal gland. So you see, music, sound, frequency, Tibetan bowl. How many of y'all have done a Tibetan bowl meditation, and how do you feel? They're just different frequencies, okay? So let's understand this by breaking it down into 4 brain waves, actually 5, but we'll talk about 4 that every human being has. Keep it simple, okay? We have alpha waves, okay? These alpha waves are 14 to 30 hertz. In alpha waves, I'm alert. I'm talking to you right now. Right now, I would have alpha waves in my brain. I'm in a frequency of anywhere between 14 to 30. These are alpha waves. I'm in a wakeful state, okay? So I'm not going to play sleepy music right now, okay, that can put me out of alpha into my beta waves. Sorry, my beta waves are my full wake. Sorry, we're going backwards. I'm starting with full wakefulness. I'm awake right now, I'm alert, I'm talking, I'm using my mind, my subconscious, my conscious. I am exhibiting beta waves in my brain. Okay, my beta waves are anywhere between 14 to 30 hertz. Now I want to relax a little bit, I want to take it easy, so I need to move from beta to alpha, which means my hertz will now be 18 to 13. 8 to 13, I drop my hertz, I drop my frequency. So in an alpha state, I'm in a relaxed state. You could call it meditative. Some people, it could be a very light sleep. Okay, those are my alpha waves. I'm completely relaxed. Now I can change my frequency, and I should, to move into my theta waves. My theta waves would be anywhere between 4 to 7. You see, it's coming lower and lower. This is my deep sleep. Okay, could be deep sleep, could be deep meditative. I'm in a deep meditation. I've changed my frequency of waves to theta waves. And then my delta waves is my deep sleep, which I want every human being to be able to achieve at some point. Because when you are in that deep sleep, your immunity, your weight loss, your growth, your skin, your hair, everything gets better. Now these delta waves are 3.5 hertz and below. Very low frequency. Deep sleep. Very few people can reach delta waves in deep meditation. Extremely deep meditation can also move you into delta. And then there's our gamma waves as well. That's completely deep, dreamless sleep and stuff like that. So we have these 4 waves. Think of gears in a car. Okay, I know a lot of people have cars with automatic gears, but go back to first gear, second, third, fourth. Can you move from first to fourth? No, you need to move from first to second to third to fourth. It's the same way. From beta to alpha to theta to delta. And when I wake up in the morning, from delta, I now have to slowly move into my beta, my alpha, the way I want to be during my day. Now what does this? What does this? If I'm very stressed out, I will be in my beta waves at bedtime. Can I sleep? Not possible. Wrong frequency. Wrong frequency. Can I meditate when I'm in my beta waves? I can't, because meditation is a lower frequency, but right now your brain is vibrating at a higher frequency, anywhere between 14 to 30. So now if I want to practice meditation, I need to move my gear from beta into alpha, where I can do light meditation, calm, eat my food, have a nice conversation. Now I want to move into sleep. So I need to change the gear and move into theta. Okay, for that I can use music, I can use meditation, I can do all these little things. I can use prayer, I can use chanting to change my vibration. So what does meditation do? It changes your frequency. It tunes you into a different frequency. If you are tuned into a frequency of stress, how can you sleep? Because sleep happens at a different frequency. If my frequency is required for my immune system to be strong, okay, and that happens in a theta or a delta wave, how will I build strong immunity if I'm constantly in beta? And that's why we have human sickness and very little recovery. Okay, now drugs, antibiotics, virals, chemo, radiation, they can't fix these things. Only we can. Through meditation, through chanting, anything. I can just spend a half an hour laughing with my family, and that's enough to change my frequencies. I don't have to meditate if I don't want to. Or I can listen to music. Music that changes my frequency so I feel calmer. I can have workout music. Now if I have workout music and I play that for you when you're sad, that's going to annoy you. At the same time, if I play a slow love song for you while you're doing a power HIIT workout, you're not going to have rhythm. You're going to say this music isn't right because your frequencies are wrong. You're not synced in. So you understand relaxation. The human brain is left and right. Quickly, left, linear, analytical, very focused on analytical patterns and stuff. That's the linear side of your brain. The right brain is creativity, emotions, all of that stuff. Different frequencies. When I'm in stress mode, I want to use the linear part of my brain. Because right now, for example, if there's someone chasing me with a knife, I don't need emotion. I need logic, sequential planning, analytics to decide how I escape from this stress. So stress engages the left side of your brain. And once the event is over, I now move to the right. How could this guy do it? How could he think of chasing me? That too with a knife. Was he going to kill me? Emotional part of the brain. Okay? Frequencies are different. If I can move from my left side thinking to right side thinking at times when I'm eating my food, when I'm preparing to sleep, I can sleep better and I can digest better. But if I'm in my linear state of mind while I'm trying to sleep, most people will not be able to sleep. And if they sleep, it will be very poor quality sleep. So coming down to the solution, it is music. What is the music that makes you happy? What is the music that makes you calm? What are those beats and frequencies and certain things. Like, yesterday I was training my team and I gave them a simple example. When I was a DJ, I used to play at psychedelic trance parties. And why did I like that? I don't like partying, okay? I don't drink alcohol, none of that stuff, because I had a power of control. With just 3 knobs, the highs, the lows, and the mids, I could control the rhythm of the party. I could make people dance faster, I could make people dance slower, just by changing the rhythm. And that gives you a sense of power, like you have 1,000 people in front of you dancing, and you are controlling rhythm with beats per minute. I can drop a song from a 60 beat per minute to a 40 beat per minute, and I can have people move very, very slowly, rhythm, and that's a beautiful thing to see. Whoever knew it would be connected with human health? That's why meditation, a bell, these change our frequencies. When you hear a bell, it's very calming. It changes your frequency. You may be stressed and you hear the chirping of birds. Changes your frequency. You can be calm. The laughter of a baby, the giggle of a young child, it has to make you smile because it moves you from a frequency of stress to a frequency of laughter, which changes you completely. That is why relationships that can enrich us are so important, not just money and material wealth. You should feel good with a person. A person should be able to make you feel good. Otherwise, it's not adding any value to the relationship. It makes the relationship very, very superficial. And superficial things add no benefit to human life or human health. So coming down to beats, it's frequencies. So there are meditations that you can do. Some people use music. Some people don't like music. They use the rhythm of their breath. It's different. But right now, whether you have cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, you're stressed out, whatever it is, try to use sound therapy, which is nothing but music, to fix it. You can get very specific. There's something called binaural beats. You can Google this. It's available on YouTube, apps like Insight Timer, all over. Binaural beats, what are they? So you have to have headphones for this. So the frequency through one headphone will be different from the frequency of another headphone. So let's say right now I'm stressed out and my frequency is 300 hertz, my brainwaves. Example, I listen to an audio piece which is a binaural beat. I'm getting 250 hertz from my left and 300 from my right. Okay, there's a different frequency. My brain will tune into the difference, which is 50 hertz. 250, 300, difference is 50. So now my brain will move me out of the 300 hertz that I was vibrating with in stress to a new tone. Frequency changes tone. So I'm able to move from possible stress to a new frequency. In normal life, we call that distraction. If you're stressed out right now and I can distract your mind to something happy, you no longer are stressed. That distraction is created by a change in tone. And that's why things like binaural beats are so effective. If you are sleep deprived tonight, go on YouTube, take a binaural beat for a theta wave, which is a deep sleep wave. Or you may take a delta wave, which is a very deep sleep wave. Listen to that. Mostly you would fall asleep doing it. It's not going to happen the first time, second. Do it for 4-5 days, 1 week, 2 weeks. Once you've understood that sound therapy can help you, then it doesn't have to be a boring one beat that you hear right through. Listen to your favorite song and fall asleep because you're tuning in to a different frequency. You're distracting your mind, moving it from sympathetic to parasympathetic. And that is what we need to enable. So right now you can use sound therapy. What I spoke to you is free. Will you do it with understanding? You will reap the benefits. Sound therapy is used in medicine today, mainstream medicine. I've seen chemo patients going through sound therapy. A certain key on a piano can change a certain frequency of vibration in your body. So now today, reflect on what I taught you and understand why you don't like certain people, why certain people don't like you. So if some people don't like you, the problem is not always with you. They're just not vibrating at your amazing frequency. They're not just vibrating at your amazing vibration. They're at a different one. And that's why I always tell people, the people you surround yourself with the most is how you will become. So if you are part of a group that you don't like, but you're fitting in because you need to fit in, you are vibrating at their low frequency. You are the problem. You will have problems. But if you're not vibrating at the right frequency, change your group, change your friends. You got to be above average. You got to vibrate at a frequency above average to feel great. If you're vibrating at below average, you're below average. If you're vibrating at average, you are at average. If that's what you choose, no problem. Don't change. But if you choose to upgrade your life, your thoughts, everything, you got to vibrate at a higher frequency. What creates that for you? Like I said, music, meditation, nature, the right people, the right emotions. Are you working a job that you like? You're working a job that you don't like, big problem. From the time you enter your workspace till the time you leave it, you're vibrating at a frequency which is very low because you don't like what you're doing. So these things are real in human life, and everyone, believe me, has a choice. Most humans who say, oh, I don't have a choice, I have to do it, they're not willing to put in effort, and they don't have the strength and the guts to make a choice. But every human has a choice. So use the power of mind, use the power of music. Unfortunately, today the things that get us out of rhythm is too much of technology, too much of mindless scrolling on Instagram, advancements, and all of these are challenging to rhythm. It moves us out of rhythm, and we have disease, discomfort, unhappiness. So try to be synced in. Try to be synced in so you vibrate with the right frequency at the right time for every part of your life. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.